Hey all, Mando here. I wanted to make a quick highlight reel from tonight's Twitch stream where I was lucky enough to have won the Submarine lottery, and I kind of wanted to provide some feedback and insights to people who maybe haven't had a chance to play with them yet. There are 4 clips in this compilation that will provide some idea into how they play and give you an idea of my opinions on the Submarines. They're good examples, but they're kind of cut from across the 4-hour live stream, so do bear that in mind. This isn't all necessarily how every game will go. At this point, I've got about 6 hours of playtime in the Submarines on the main server, and I've spent about 2 hours in other ships as well, playing against them just to get a feel of what it's like to be on the receiving end from various class perspectives. I did play a fair bit of the Submarines on the public test server, and I do have to say they don't seem to have changed substantially, if at all, from how they were on the test server. In any case, I hope you enjoy the compilation, and I'll catch up with you at the end of the video with some of my conclusions and thoughts now, after the fact. Enjoy!
I still have Richelieu.
This carrier captain knows what he's doing.
Oh no, don't say that. Oh! U69. They're making contact and leading them. Right. Not torpedo, hydro out. I'm heading towards him. Our own U69 is engaging. We got 2 on 1. There's a buddy, which I don't know if that has.
Nice try, Leander. Don't you worry.
Oh,
He's
crap.
round the front end.
There's a
of,
lot of
airfield.
subs here. Yeah. Holy crap.
Yeah.
There's a lot of crap going on. Oh my god. 3 enemy submarines.
Got a kill. Oh, shite.
Vesteros. Right. I got a single torpedo hit on an enemy sub. I'll take it. That's... Is he continuing to flood? No.
Second kill. Cleared left side.
He does seem to be flooding. Right, you got him, Orion. You got him. Took a torpedo from the S. Thanks for killing him.
I'm pushing on the cap. Do we know where the carry is?
No, not been spotted yet.
No, we have absolutely no idea where the carry is. Okay.
That way.
I might try to hunt the carry, because he will attack me as soon as I would try to cap anyway, so...
There's the logic there. Right, sunk another... Oh, U69.
Well, I'm dead.
Oh
I
wow,
can't-
we are losing ships left and right, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're capping. I would try to find a aircraft carrier. I don't give a shit about the cap now.
Yeah, do your best. Where's this
Try to
blood?
follow planes.
Where is this nerd?
Got discovered.
Come on.
Spotted me.
Few seconds till I get my hydro, and then it's on. No, I don't care about Westeros. Be me spamming hydro. Oh, we each hydro each other. Hello.
Yeah, I have an idea where the carrier is. Pretty sure I can't. Well, yeah, I have an idea. Yes.
Oh, I got flooded.
Yeah, right in the nose.
Yeah, I actually lived for a second. The flooding killed me. Where is this other bloody sub? Okay. I'm now in the ASW zone. Right.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
Yep,
Sub
got
to
him.
our right. Trying to hit him with my secondaries.
Just you two left alive.
Popping hydro.
Oh, no, he's reversing. He's side on, so he can't really get any shots off on me right now. 3 seconds to torpedo.
I'm
Sorry.
almost on top of him.
Okay, careful.
Hit job. Hit job.
Yep, I'm gonna move away. Oh, I should have him with these torps, I think. Yeah, got him with the torps.
Yep. Still pressed G.
Okay, thanks for the heads up. I'm gonna reverse.
Smoking myself up.
Surfacing. Oh, it's close.
He hit me.
Right, if we can sink that Guepard, I'll be a happy
Yeah.
man.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
Try.
But I'm getting bullied by planes.
How about shoot the planes down, Max, and then
Fine.
carry me to victory. All right? Just sink everything, and I'll just sit
I'm on
here
it.
in my.
Oh my god, it's
unter the
just the two of us left.
Yeah. Little.
And we have an enemy battleship.
I can deal with
and
the
the Guepard,
battleship.
right?
Yeah, you just have to deal with the Guepard.
Yeah, just.
And yeah, that's all. You know, sink the. It's a tiny boat. Just sink it, Max. Use those big,
Yeah,
strong,
man.
big, strong British guns of yours.
Yeah, follow me in, bitch.
I am. I'm turning my Unterseeboot.
It's called Unterseeboot.
Oh, Unterseeboot. Well, I was Unterseeboot.
Oh shit, I'm spotted. Mexico coming in.
All right, fall back a little bit,
Range
and I
on the
can
right,
go in.
Torpedoes on the right.
Okay. Oh, there's the Guepard. Mandalore, try
there
New
he is.
Mexico. What? Yeah. Sinking BB is easy. This thing.
You come the wrong way.
Put your turn nose around.
Oh,
Shit.
nail it.
That was bad.
Okay. New Mexico. If you sink the Guepard, Max, you'll probably win us the game. I can sink New Mexico.
Yeah, no, but oh, I hit the carrier torpedoes before they could arm.
Nice, nice. I'm hightailing it.
But I'm dancing.
Are the
versus
carriers? Are the
fucking-
carrier torpedoes dead? Can I go surface speed?
No, still there.
Okay. I'm gonna come up a little bit regardless, just because.
12 seconds. Come on, survive 12 seconds, Max. 8 seconds.
Just live for 8 seconds, Max. You got this. Live.
3 seconds. 2, 1. Repairing.
Okay, New Mexico.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
Hold fast.
Hold fast or
Sorry, mate.
expire. It's alright. I might be able to sink New Mexico, which might even be enough in the points department. We will see.
That was a little bit too much with dancing around with the torps and the fire from the Gepard and trying to hit the Gepard. Yeah, and I missed a lot of the shots. That was actually really bad.
Okay, not gonna get.
Pop up right behind them. Let them go over the top of you. Pop up right behind them and use your
Yep,
stern torpedo.
that's the plan. I've got 2 seconds left on these ones.
Gepard is coming in.
Behold, the abyss is made manifest.
Full speed.
Much obliged.
Oh wait, too close. Ah, shit.
In radiance, may we find victory. Problem solved, sir.
Okay.
Gepard is turning.
Okay,
Gepard's
hang on.
coming in from your right. Gepard is just behind you.
Yep. Ah, shit. I do need to surface. Wow, that was a
That hurt,
blind
New Mexico.
torpedo. Yeah, it was blind.
The match is
Good
struck.
thing they should be flooding now, though.
The star is born. Problem solved, sir.
Oh. Check out this supreme cockiness failure.
Yeah.
Come
Gepard
on.
is coming in again for another run.
Yeah, I can't really do too much about that. What I can do...
Gepard is just above you.
Nah, that's me. That's direct hit. There we go. Exploding again. Yeah, no, I couldn't get a good lineup on the Gepard, unfortunately, so I was just trying to do as much as I could. I figured if I could at least sink the aircraft, I could sit at a shallow depth.
Yeah, I'm sorry, mate. I fucked up. I should have.
Nah, it's all good.
The Gepard should have been dead.
It's all good. The Leander's
I
kind of
missed
not the one to
way
sink
many shots. Yeah.
Ugh.
Should have waited with my torpedoes. And I shouldn't have gone that way. I should have gone the other way around.
Finally. Right. Missed it. Right, lead him slightly more. Give me those juicy citadels. There we go. How was that not a thing? Okay, come on.
Sub-torps are fucking slow.
Yep. I'm struggling to hit a Dunkirk. Oh. Right, there we go. So he went invisible for a second.
Looking good. Good bearing.
Oh, there we go. Got him with 4.
Yeah.
So yeah, you don't have. Okay, I don't know. It's too like I'm bad. Like I screwed that up and I sunk that guy. No problem. Like do battleships really need something else to bully them? Is that a thing? Was that the choice made here? Because as much as DD players like to complain and cry about carriers, it does ruin the detection game. But holy crap! Like, there's nothing more depressing than just being in a battleship where half your AA's been blasted off and you just sat there crying as the Japanese AP and Citadel you into oblivion.
Yeah.
Like, did they really? Yeah. Sorry, you go, Ryan?
Sorry, you go, Ryan? I was going to say, I reckon we should try and get a sub close to a carrier.
Yeah, I'm gonna go take it on down there. I tried that last game. That's what I was in the process of doing when I got surrounded. I reckon, yeah, subs could be the answer to carriers, but yeah, I don't. I'm gonna just play. I am a garbage sub player, and I had no problem sinking the Dunkirk. Oh, Dunkirk.
Not the Bunkirk.
Ah, who cares? Did we need another thing?
So you got the carrier 9 kilometers away from.
Oh, I'm gonna slap that guy. BBs.
He's coming right towards you. What's the range of your torps?
Only 6k. So I'm gonna.
He's heading into sea, so.
Sweet.
Let's start manoeuvring to cut him off.
It's like 6 point summit Ks. Here we go.
Pinged him? Or you
got one ping on. Gonna go for the other one, but I don't think I can hit it because of angles. I'll just keep the ping on the front. I won't get citadels, but I don't think I'm gonna need it given how much health he's got left.
And now the true test.
Yeah.
don't you need both of them for them to hold?
No, 1 homes, 2 means you get citadels.
But to get by the torpedo protection.
Yeah, you get a citadel and it bypasses the protection. So I got one of them got the thing because I got the second ping in, but they'll home on 1. All right.
What? Secondaries? Holy shit! Submarine on our right.
Oh, yep. How shallow? Oh, Jesus. Beached. Calling him out. He can't submerge there.
I'm not hitting him. What the fuck? Now I hit him. Now he's submerged?
No, he's just invisible. He's out of range. Firing my shots.
Yeah, I'm broadside to the enemy.
Yes! 6 hits. He doesn't exist anymore. He's gone. Submarine has left the game. God. Man, you do not want to beach in a submarine. Holy shit.
Not bad.
That's a bad time. So now that you've seen some of my gameplay, some highs and some, I wouldn't say lows, but you've seen a bit of a range, and as you can see, some games I was more on the ball with terms of the pinging and the skill required. But let's talk some of my conclusions that I've drawn from today. First of all, I want to say that underwater brawling is by far the highlight of having subs in the game. I have not had so many sort of edge of your seat type moments as when you're pinging it out with another submarine. Maybe there's a couple destroyers or anti-submarine light cruisers nearby. Really intense. Very much a positive. I think this is why U-69, the German submarine, is my favourite of the three that's presented to me. It's been my favourite in the test server, and it still sort of stands up. And that's probably due to the fact that it's got hydro, it's got short range, punchy torpedoes. Yeah, you can feel it when you play. I'd also like to mention that the pinging itself does require a certain level of skill, a knack. Like, I played a fair few hours of the subs now, and I still don't quite have it, but I'm improving. So by no means are submarines a auto damage farm type class. There is very much a skill level required to reliably ping targets making certain maneuvers. Like, it's quite easy to ping someone with your sonar if they're heading directly towards or away from you. I found it's actually trickiest when they're moving flat broadside, which was kind of interesting. Just because, yeah, you've got to deal with it. The depth perception when you're underwater is quite tricky, and the lack of any scale or ruler when you're scoped in a sub, as opposed to when you tend to scope in or when you're firing with a ship, it's off-putting, and there's usually no terrain around, so you can sometimes not even tell if something is going forward or backwards. Because you just see a ship moving. One last thing that you don't have when you're using your sub compared to regular ships in the game, you don't track them. You'll probably have noticed this while you were watching, but if you lock onto someone, whether you've got a sonar ping or if you just have, them selected so you can see the two, points that you should be pinging with your sonar, your mouse does not track. You have to do that manually, which, yeah, it was just an interesting thing that I noticed. I have to say that subs are really most useful for either sinking each other or sinking battleships and carriers. They're not, as you saw in that clip before, right? They're not very good at sinking the light cruisers, even things like the Nuremberg that don't necessarily have anti-submarine warfare equipped, because at the end of the day they can kind of turn out of it. So I guess, I don't know, my thoughts on them, it's kind of conflicting. I had a lot of fun, but does the game need something else for battleships to be miserable about? There was another game, I didn't include it in here as a highlight, but I tried to go out and get the carrier, but I got caught and surrounded and what have you. Same would have been true if there had been any kind of battleship that I'd gone for instead that sat back. But yeah, I don't know, does the game, do battleships need something else to be upset about at the moment? Like I said in the clip where I was attacking the Dunkirk, destroyers do have a bit of a rough time. I don't want it interpreted that I'm dismissive of that. I play a lot of destroyers myself, a lot of Japanese and what have you in particular, I think. But at the end of the day, you can usually smoke up and sit tight for a moment, or there can be some kind of workaround for you. But for a battleship or a carrier, you know, battleships get bombed too. They kind of get relentlessly farmed. Do battleships need something else that they can do nothing really about? I guess what I'm trying to say is the importance of anti-submarine weaponry is going to be felt by those who don't have it. If you just happen to roll a team when you're playing online that doesn't have any ASW equipment, and the opponent has a submarine, if that submarine is 6.1 meters under the water, you're in a battleship, tough. And you know, if the other team did get ASW and your sub ate it as a result, that's it. It's not too big of a deal because while they're underwater, they are very slow. And I found, I didn't include the clips here again because they weren't that interesting, but you could usually get amongst islands. After playing a few games of the subs, I did find that the underwater landscape is really can really be a bit of a pain to work around if you're near some islands. And obviously, if you're a battleship near an island, you might be more vulnerable to things like destroyers, but realistically a lot of battleships hang around near islands, so I don't think that's really too big of an issue. It will kind of prompt a different play. Subs are going to love that open water. As you saw, you know, whenever I was on any of those clips that you saw on the neighbours map, I would often be around that big open central area of the map, because from there you can cause some real havoc. I tried to go into the island chains up near where sea traditionally is a few times, but you always end up back in open water because, yeah, underwater geometry, it's a very big part of the game, and it's a bit deceptive. I have to also say that they're not really as overpowered as some YouTubers were saying. The impressions that you got from a couple of the YouTubers was they're broken. They're, you know, you'd think it was Carrier Rework 2.0. This is nothing like that. Subs aren't these damage-dealing monstrosities. Now, the amount of skill required to sink a battleship in a submarine, in my opinion, is too low. I fumbled that attack on the Dunkirk, and it died. Now, it'd taken damage beforehand, you know, I only did a bit of damage to basically finish him off, but regardless, my torpedoes connected, and if that had caused a flood that he'd then have to heal, you know, it kind of just goes on the stack with all the fire spam. It's just some torpedoes. How they could tweak that, I don't know. But yeah, I feel like the amount of skill required to get the battleship to feel your presence is quite low. Then again, I guess that would be more battleships sitting back, but then this just comes back to making brawling battleships even harder to play. They're already outside the meta, they're very fun, they're fun to play as, they're fun to play against. Everyone loves a brawling battleship. You know, in theory, it's fun. It's like, oh god, there's a Gneisenau or a Tirpitz or an Alsace up in my face. It's a problem, go deal with it. It's intense, it ramps up the action. We're gonna have submarines chilling out now, ready to kind of put that to an end. So yeah, I don't want to ramble on too long, but I think that's something that's really important to bear in mind is the data that we're getting, even though it's better than what we were getting on the test server where every other player was pretty much a bot, you have to remember the data is very skewed in these submarine games, because everyone's either taking a sub or they're taking something that will kill a sub, or they're taking something that they think will kill the things that will kill a sub. You know, we're only really going to go at most 2 tiers deep on the counter this meta. It's not going to be representative of a final game, you know, or of a real game. it's rare that you will see just that many light cruisers. Something I did like was that, from my perspective, the anti-submarine equipment on the destroyers was more spammable, but did less damage. So it felt like you could more aggressively just drive over subs and just kind of spam that ASW equipment. Oh, sorry, spam that ASW equipment until the problem went away. Whereas on the light cruisers, it was far more potent. But there were less charges, and I believe they took a while longer to recharge. So it was more of a commitment to use it, though it was more effective. So it could serve to kind of keep light cruisers in there. It might encourage them to go to a more escort role, which, some already serve as. Those light cruisers that can serve as a no-fly zone are already pretty proficient with this. You stick close to some battleships or some other cruisers that could be prime targets for air combat, and you keep that, you keep your ASW equipment handy as well. What is nice is it makes hydroacoustics really relevant again. I mean, I'm not saying that they were ever irrelevant, but it further reinforces hydro, which could be just in a way a nice boon to the German battleships, because a lot of them have got hydroacoustics, and knowing when there's a submarine nearby might be the sort of thing that could sort of tip back on the whole, well, GG German brawling battleships. I don't know. As you can see, I've only basically recently finished my stream and thrown this all together. But yeah, what are your thoughts? Have you played it based on what you saw there? If you've watched the whole stream, or any experiences you've had playing on either end. There were a few times where I was like, well, that submarine is 6.1 meters under the water, so I have to move. But I did, and something I will say: positioning is very important for the submarines. I don't know if I had the clip in there. I came up at one point basically flanking submarines, and they're so unmaneuverable. I had maybe a whole minute of just open season on a submarine. I believe I cut it from the start of the clip where we were just chasing the last sub around. But in any case, your thoughts, your experience. Do you have a solution that you can think of to this problem of either the 6.1 meters, good luck if you don't have ASW equipment, or a solution to the ease of hitting something with a torpedo the size of a battleship? Now, they are slow, as you heard Max comment. It's kind of hard to tell when you're underwater. Depth perception is really weird. But if you have any solutions, I'd be happy to hear them. I don't think it's a major problem. I don't think they're terribly imbalanced. I think that obviously some work needs to be kind of put forward, and maybe a bit more testing just to be sure that we're happy with everything. But I think everyone's pleasantly surprised by how little an absolute nuisance they've served to be. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, and if you want to come see some more, I'm over on Twitch. I'm streaming fairly regularly in the evenings, New Zealand time, just because that works better for every other time zone, basically. But I'm putting highlights and stuff up there, similar to what you see now, but broken down into their individual parts. So with that, good luck out there.